Benchmarking is a systematic process of measuring organizational performance against recognized standards of excellence in order to identify performance gaps, understand best practices, and implement continuous improvement initiatives. Rather than merely comparing financial results, benchmarking evaluates business processes, operational efficiency, customer service, innovation capability, and strategic performance against internal or external reference points. Within the program, benchmarking serves three primary strategic purposes: identifying areas requiring improvement, analyzing how superior performance is achieved, and using these insights to enhance organizational processes and overall performance. Consequently, benchmarking is not simply a measurement technique but a strategic management tool that supports organizational learning, competitive advantage, and long-term value creation. The fundamental objective of benchmarking is continuous improvement through comparative analysis. Organizations rarely operate in isolation, and competitive success increasingly depends upon understanding industry best practices and adapting them to improve organizational capabilities. Benchmarking enables management to evaluate whether existing performance levels are competitive, identify inefficiencies, and establish realistic yet challenging performance targets. By examining superior performers, organizations gain valuable insights into process design, technology utilization, resource management, customer engagement, and innovation strategies that can be adapted to strengthen their own competitive position. The emphasis is therefore on learning and improvement rather than simply comparing numerical results. The framework identifies internal benchmarking as the first major type of benchmarking. Internal benchmarking compares performance across different departments, divisions, business units, or geographical locations within the same organization to identify internal best practices. Large multinational organizations frequently possess considerable variation in operational performance despite using similar resources and technologies. Internal benchmarking enables management to transfer successful practices from high-performing units to weaker divisions, thereby improving consistency and operational efficiency throughout the organization. Because organizational structures, cultures, and information systems are already aligned, internal benchmarking is generally less expensive and easier to implement than external benchmarking while promoting organizational learning and knowledge sharing. The second category, competitive benchmarking, compares organizational performance directly with major industry competitors. This approach enables management to evaluate relative market position, operational efficiency, customer service quality, pricing strategies, innovation capability, and financial performance against rival firms competing within the same industry. Competitive benchmarking supports strategic decision-making by identifying competitive strengths and weaknesses while highlighting areas where competitors have developed superior capabilities. Although access to competitor information may be limited due to confidentiality and commercial sensitivity, publicly available financial reports, industry research, customer surveys, and market intelligence provide valuable comparative information that supports strategic analysis and competitive positioning. The program also recognizes activity benchmarking, often referred to as best-in-class benchmarking, which compares specific organizational processes with organizations recognized for excellence regardless of industry sector. This approach acknowledges that world-class practices frequently emerge outside direct competitors and can often be transferred across industries. For example, manufacturing organizations may adopt inventory management techniques developed by retail companies, while healthcare providers may improve scheduling systems using airline operational models. Cross-industry benchmarking encourages innovation by exposing management to alternative business models, process improvements, and technological solutions that may not exist within their own competitive environment. An effective benchmarking process requires a structured methodology that extends beyond simple performance comparison. Organizations must first identify critical processes requiring evaluation and select appropriate benchmark partners possessing superior performance. Reliable quantitative and qualitative data must then be collected and analyzed to understand the underlying drivers of performance differences rather than merely identifying numerical gaps. Finally, organizations must adapt and implement identified best practices while considering organizational culture, resources, strategic objectives, and stakeholder expectations. Continuous monitoring ensures that implemented improvements achieve intended performance outcomes and remain aligned with evolving competitive conditions. Ultimately, benchmarking represents a powerful strategic performance management tool that enables organizations to learn systematically from both internal excellence and external best practice. Its greatest value lies not in measuring performance itself, but in understanding how superior performance is achieved and translating that knowledge into sustainable organizational improvement.